on the show today, Honorable.
Thank you, my brother. It's my pleasure to equally have this conversation with you.
It's an amazing time to have you join us. First up, let me say Happy New Year to you. And as a politician, high-ranking member of the ruling All Progressive Congress, good to have you join us as a member of it from you specifically.
Well, what the National Assembly have been doing, particularly where I belong to, the House bills, motions, matters of urgent public importance that have direct bearing to the problem facing Nigeria. But again, it is very unfortunate that our people are expecting us to conduct the work of the executive by constructing roads, by building primary, secondary schools, by building hospitals, by sponsoring events, by what primarily is the problem is the responsibility of the executive. Nigerians now see it as a government chairman will have, like a state governor will have, like the president will have constituency aside of project 1 billion per state, not per member House of Representatives. This is not money given to members. It's a project a member will nominate with our lawmaking process, which is the primary function donated to us by the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Parliaments are embedded, are donated. Now, in addition to that, Constitution, state governors, money given to the federal government in the case of National Assembly, state government in the case of State House of Assembly, local oversight, scrutinize the executive to ensure that in the House of Representatives, in the Senate, even at the State Houses of Assembly. So, my responsibility as Chairman Navy is given to them to work. So also other committees, I'm sure we will do our best in making laws for the people.
Election. And like everyone knows, that the bulk of the 2027 conversation would be in 2026. Is pulling all of the things they could get a member. And one of the Plateau State, His Excellency Governor 광 had cried vocal until now.
I will repeat, leave professional supported. You only have permanent interest. It is good for Plateau State and for us to support him in issue of the e-registration of the APC, where the national chairman chooses, and we attended his issuance of us. We as the APC too have always been cooperating with him for his intention. For a governor of the state, it's doing well. We in Plateau, togetherness, there is understanding because there is no grudge whatsoever.
You have a lot of first at Navy, and also during your first term, you had the first of the reps members that forms issues around domestication of security. Those are we expecting you?
Representation. I have been very clear to the people I represent. God Almighty gives power. He gives it to whosoever God we trust. So, have sponsored a bill without a substantive vice chancellor registrar framework that establishes maritime legal framework provided. And equally, single-handedly sponsored a bill that established that have put Nigeria in the Committee of Nations. Now, in addition to that, I have done the police variant. The one that was put together during the Adjust the Police Act to even become police have right to arrest the police act, and it's been sponsored by me. So, sounding immodest.
Someone that had been in the House of Assembly rose to the ranks of the deputy senator that got in. There had been in session some other time. This interview is just for about 30 minutes. He's been making it clear that he's talked about his commitment of Rivers State, and they will choose who becomes in Rivers political godfather in as a governor. Well, leading to this until 11 assembly members were suspended by the very, very light. But it looks like we're back to Rivers State. Good to have you join us on the show today.
Yeah, good evening. Our matter fighting. All honesty, the peace. Fight this battle. So having raised this concern, all they had, so they complained throughout against it because, well, I think it's like over it. Let's say two ways to this matter. Why should Wike be able to have his way? Now behind Fubara, Wike is already in APDP, if you want to say that. And which called thank you, Thanksgiving.
Thank you.
Where? So it's quite strange. So people begin to ask, I think where they have started it. But let me tell you one thing. And he knows politically powerful assignment PDP, the major opposition party at the Jogment Atiku Abubakar
had to leave the
secretariat in Nigeria. To Tinubu, Jonathan has sat down and was looking at people ganging up again. And think again, he will not open it. Determined. If it comes to is what will go about. I know everything and every day. Fubara is fighting for Tinubu, whether in the PDP or APC, they are singing for Tinubu. So, and Wike has not told us. But from the grapevine, what we are hearing is that Fubara has agreed not to go for the
second term.
That may be soft landing for the Senate. That's what we documents they signed.
I hope they will.
Despite the fact that he is in APC, it's difficult for him. Now that the delegation of the assembly that was officers to support him, not to, that was okay for Fubara continue ruling, and there must be a budget. There must be appropriation. Agree on this. Why is it difficult? Some lessons. Because I don't know how we can defend it. Appropriation, nobody can control that one. Of it. Fubara should learn in this lesson that we have to fight. What's wrong with him as a governor? That you are what has he done for him as a president?
Governor.
Only to not to be a politician, want to sit down in the political. How many seats does Obaseki? Had when he got to office? One thing. No, listen.
But politician.
People 90 access to national cake. Our politicians and say, I think that's about up to now.
There's been a lot about Wike himself. Assembly to the right on 6th of January, but maybe they brought it forward for special duties or purpose so long. Mandates from the Supreme Court, APC, and there's a possibility that he may be on his way to the APC. Stretch that Wike can go in this conversation. He had called the issue with PDP, with Seyi Makinde within these confines. And when I mean these confines now, I'm talking about both the PDP and just a few days ago, Wike was also on the longer a member of your political party. Leave him. Where does
because also to them mention all this in this night,
but for him and
understand and the Wike is still doing what's controlling. Go and look at the record. They had 20% of such. You understand? Apart from a lot of money, that is fighting I think this kind of political game. That way, I hold my peace. They have peace. They can fight me. Right? So I would
continue to cause chaos.
He will be assignment in. I become minister. He's not contesting. Since being equal that Tinubu was able to. He's getting slimmer. So it's best for him that and get rid of this stumble boy that was not maybe. Didn't want to doing that, and the ADC, you know what? They are to fight APC. Thirdly, you saw what happened to SDP. You saw Adebayo just
left.
This is not Adebayo maintaining. Come to APC. Don't allow it to settle. And Wike is doing the video, and people still finding that they will have parallel Congress. In all the states,
the different factions will produce candidates.
The candidates, the Supreme Court will decide. The faction will write it out for Mr. President, and that's why in 2027, even if I'm not sure it's worth a tissue of paper. Do you understand? So what I'm saying is that 2 years, that or almost 2.5 years, that is one of the indispensable to be extremely careful.
The FCT minister, it looks like the message is to the president that this
spends with Wike, right? Not now. Somebody, I don't know how many factories, how many companies he has
and
that is spending
so
money.
much wealth.
Yes. Great and a functional PDP. If you come
fire to burn
and raise another faction, because the Diri ran away from him and just go and hide. And if he coughs, so his ball, his life, his everything
is in the president's hands.
and the more it continues.
Let me play you 2 sound bites, and for every one of us listening as well. Your life on mainland 98 predators could, settle issues until it escalated to the point that the president, the entire House of Assembly was suspended. Where he talks about the fact that there is no the PDP chairman in Rivers is with him.
Yes.
It was the same APC chairman that issued the membership card to Governor Fubara, and they called him A01. APC.
We don't have anything party now. What we have is really whole family. It's a rainbow coalition. If you don't belong to this family, we produce everything as far as the state is concerned.
In River State, I will come and go. I can't stop. I go. That's not God wants it. But see, that's the problem. It's not possible. Today I live here in this zone. He wants to appoint who will be a special advisor. He must have done that in this modern time. Is it not okay? Assuming it was done, should we continue that way?
The FCT minister announced that there is no party in Rivers State anymore. That what they have now is the Renewed Hope Family and the Rainbow Coalition. The first soundbite, that was where he was supporting Governor Obaseki for fighting Senator Adams Oshiomhole on the ground of godfatherism. That if you make him governor, even if God uses you, why don't you leave him and let him function? One. The second one, he also said that the moment he leaves office as the governor of Rivers, he hands up everything that has to do with Rivers State. Yes. That he does not have anything he's waiting behind for again. Those 2 interviews came up when he was a sitting governor. And a few years after that, there's no opposition, there's no politics or party in Rivers State. Mr. DM, helped by different people, the Odilis, Rotimi Amechi made him meaning rode on the wings of a whole lot of people, Mr. DME. He is now being personalized on the ego of individuals.
Well, I think because I think it's like he is playing God. That I think he has to the people of the state. If you still have people, I think who have conscience. If you still have people that they are not subordinate to anybody's ambition, at least to come together and I think and show him that the problem we have with our politics in Nigeria, we are still playing politics being determined by elites. That until our people ready to take ownership, that to hell with the 5,000, to hell with the 10,000, I am an human being, right? For this to say no to him, he becomes nobody. But if you are somebody follows, they did not ship their means of livelihood, 200,000 people votes in this community. That's what, is he God? Do you understand? So that's why we have people like Wike that can be telling that if they belong to this renewed hope family, or forget it, they've been played with money. Once you have the money like this, without that one, who is he? Do you understand? Who is? I begin to wonder. It's kind of when the founding fathers of the human beings can behave like human beings. First, that is the adults. We are not saying children should come and vote with the style of politics, with his what right, or his Fubara, with the way he's doing, with the way right. So each individual should be able to sovereign of those powers that make you whoever. Even when you know that this person you want to vote for
is not competent,
it's not even against your conscience. So you have sold it.
They don't get to lead us.
They don't get to lead. They want to serve you and bought governorship form at 50.
I was one that bought form for all of
that is money. Is Akpabio told you, and the way you like it, you need the kind of democracy that lawmakers for him. You have is playing God. You use and dump. Whether everywhere in the country, Tinubu in Nepal until the man left the party, and because that's the money. Matching is mellow down. They will settle this matter.
Mr.
APC, and as far as the APC convened the leader of the APC family, Ghana Umara Zulu, the speaker of the governor.
Made it clearly that the leader of the APC is the governor. He made reference. Does the governors forum as a body or
let me tell you something. By law, not as the leader of the party. That's what the constitution did. Leader of APC in Lagos State. Are you telling me not the leader of the party in Rivers State? In APC cannot democracy works. Eh? They cannot. Number one, the only person, unless we know what to do. Do you understand? Or secretary, do they have this?
With them?
With them? I need to show them some that investigation. Go after that line, you know the next thing. And you see, did they have it? If that way, tell me any court that will rule in this Nigeria
against operating with.
Go for the president. What makes it special? Because we are not, that's this all these street boys poke at that will say yeah, right? I have to go, went to prostrate for Tinubu. Did they that the box stops at your desk, right? Is that there is a structure on the ground? Whatever happened behind the scene is behind the scene. We all know that the reason why the implementation of to a certain level, percentage before appropriation. Are we not in this country that they pass book
somewhere?
So forget the fire, right? Is that smoke that there are things going on? The agreement is signed.
Have been broken.
Somebody's don't understand. It's not the real issue. Just enough
to come out and
tell us the real issues. So don't let them place their cards on the table. So what's the word?
Who were to be the president, want to choose? Who would the president choose?
Presidents get to understand, and they will to the rivers. They can share the votes. Do you get my point? But the point is not because we made bread and butter easily on your table. One, do you understand? Wike will score, can mark it. Tell me. Is it that is what you want to say? People was not strong in the
Fᴏᴏ government
Ekiti State. No, it's not supposed to be a gagu in Ondo State. Throughout the country cannot cripple such a structure for you. Want to compare it with Wike? We'd rather fall for Wike 20 or 50 times.
Than fall for Fubara. If you're tuning in for the very first time, we'd always run this conversation every Monday to Friday, Yoruba version of the Situation Room. So we have Mondays, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday from 4 to 5:30. That the president would rather, if he's to advise the president of no, that can only give him lead the way there. 600.
No, at all. Because we shouldn't lose ourselves then. Those who are selling their votes, let them continue selling.
Thank you very much. You form Gagdi, the Reps House Committee Chairman on Navy. But we'll probably have to reschedule that because we have Mr. Mᴜɪ̀ɪ̀fuᴅ.
Yeah, this is Sonny calling from Ijushaga.
Okay, that's Sonny. Good to have you.
Having a weekend.
Oh, how?
Like seriously. If Ubara can even stop him to enter that state. You a week. I get.
Watch 09136004. Pick up a bit. Okay, here we are.
Are you part Wike and Ubara? And you agree to it? This is politics. I'm telling you, this is pure politics. The only hope Uzodima. Dangerous. You should be careful of hope Uzodima. And if you have peace, that's the only advice I give to Wike. And you have the truth with the president.
State governor was campaigning for his FCT minister. The FCT minister is far to the governor to honor. Hello, good evening to you.
Yes, I put it down.
Okay, let's talk now. Good to have
I love.
your name. Where are you calling from?
But I'm also from Sᴛᴜᴏ. An agreement. Don't go because democratic also take politics. Choosing the future of another. Forget about if you are not in the Rainbow Coalition. Vote. They are still going to go to the ballot now. Just troubling yourself. So that agreement must be maintained. Fubara must maintain the agreement that is not going the second time. You know what Wike said? That was a bad business. When we say power is very, very power low. And what I'm saying is that Fubara should have a mentor.
Very much. I know there will be different opinion in respect to this weekend for our conversation. But the president is out of town. They said he's in Europe. We don't know what part. APC, that's the Progressive Governors Forum, want to stand and.
How are you, my brother?
I'm good.
Can't wait for the Yoruba version tomorrow. It's not going to be the last. Do you remember the Salado land? Do you remember? This is the kind of power. You know, presidency, when we talk about politics, you can't remove. And Fubara needs lead power back in.
Now you should move on.
So the heart of the president. President cannot avoid it. Just try to play along with Wike to get what.
Noah from Igondo say, and Wike president remove Wike from his cabinet and let Igondo because of their impeachment emergency. So I'm surprised that they couldn't sit to accept the appropriation bill of the. Anyone looking for the most disgusting and space for the ranting by the press, and his drama without the kingdom. An emperor messages coming in. Good evening to your guest in his own is the weakest political trajectory where is River State, and this would not last forever. Someone should tell him Ilutioba in the same state is playing God at the moment. Just watch out. Tᴜɪ̀ᴜnᴛᴇ from Aᴅᴇýᴇᴍ that has now become a norm in the country for join the backing of the president. Is it not the same wicked that condemned godfatherism and publicly said it would never after the APC? If PDP is not careful, the same thing will happen to the ruling party. Much, Mr. Adeyemi, for joining us, and also thank you very much, Right Honorable Yᴜssù괜 Gagdi, member representing around. I'll be back also backup of nation in Morocco. My name is Oᴑᴜ, 98.3 FM. Stick.
Open defecation in Nigeria perpetuates a cycle. Nigeria ranks among the top countries globally with the highest number of individuals who lack access to proper sanitation facilities. The stats look grim. The overriding effect in itself can be terrible to our general well-being. In that light, we from Mainland 98.3 FM call on the government to increase its efforts in providing public toilets to end this.
This is the Global News on 98.3 Mainland FM. Good evening and welcome to Mainland 98.3 FM Global News at 5:30 p.m. Let's take a look at some of the stories making the headlines. Eligible Lagos residents to register for second phase of continuous voter registration. On the foreign scene, President Trump orders United States withdrawal from 66 global organizations. Kills my name is Rioja Opia. This evening, the news train begins with our findings just as the representative of Pankshin Kanke Kankam Federal Constituency in the Nigerian House of Representatives, Yusuf Gadgi, on Thursday revealed that the 10th Assembly is doing its best to make laws that would propagate the peace, order and that Nigerians mistake the responsibility of the executive by constructing roads, building schools and other major projects, stating that members of the parliament don't have a specific monthly allocation to the development of their constituency except money allocated for constituency project, which he said is 1 billion naira per member. Gadgi, who is the chairman of the House Committee on Navy, weighed into the political situation in Plateau State, noting that the decamping of Governor Caleb Mutfwang from the People's Democratic Party to the ruling All Progressives Congress APC has helped the state government to partner with the National Assembly to fight the security law, just as Gadgi also clarified that it currently has about 29 bills at different stages of parliamentary engagements.
Prior to this moment, we've been doing our best. No matter how people see it, and in the National Assembly, I know what the National Assembly has been doing, particularly where some matters of other public importance or have direct bearing to the problems facing us. Although that is a constitutional mandate of every parliament, is to make laws for peace, order, and good governance. Our people are expecting us to conduct the work of the executive by constructing roads, by building hospitals, and mainly it is the responsibility of the executive.
This is the Global News. On the officials of the United States government to fast-track the acquisition of 12 AH-1Z attack helicopters. The meeting took place during a program management review meeting led by the Chief of the Air Staff, Sunday Aneke, in San Diego, California, United States. A statement on Thursday to ensure the timely delivery of the 12 AH-1Z platforms. According to the statement, Aneke said the review was aimed at strengthening program oversight, accountability and adherence to agreed timelines and budget. Aneke therefore expressed appreciation to the United States. Back home to the political scene, The government of Lagos State has dismissed reports suggesting a discord between Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu and his Ogun State counterpart, Dapo Abiodun. The clarification was made in a Thursday statement issued circulating on some online media platforms and blogs were entirely false. He added that two governors maintain a close working relationship, stressing that both governors enjoy a very cordial brotherly relationship. Akosile therefore stressed that the brother governors meet regularly and speak. The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) in Lagos State has appealed to eligible residents to participate in the second phase of the ongoing continuous voter registration (CVR). INEC Resident Electoral Commissioner Ayobami Salami made the plea in a statement on Thursday by the Commission's head of voter education and publicity, Taiwo Gbadigeshi. According to the statement, Salami called on residents to make use. The Electoral Commissioner therefore stressed that INEC officials are prepared to ensure a smooth and transparent process, noting that turnout has been relatively low so far, saying the second phase of the CVR will run until April 2026. In the meantime, a lawmaker representing Iwajowa State constituency in the Oyo State House of Assembly, Anthony Ogunshola, has called for a decisive security crackdown following the deadly ambush on the National